We're going to be learning how to use the set constructor in this video. So just like all of the other types, we've worked with their constructor to create new instances. So whether it's int, float, bool, stir, range, list, tuple, we've used all of these constructors. Now we're going to move on to the set constructor. So the way the set constructor works is that you pass it in some other iterable, and it'll transform. It'll just be a factory for creating a set from that iterable. So first, let's begin by creating a list. You can put different items over here. Okay, that's good. Just a short list like this, a 3-item list. And to create a set from it, we just write the word set, and we pass it in this iterable, which is a list, and it will output a set. So same thing, if you have a tuple, we'll call it the tuple, and we'll use the same elements over here, the same values for each item. And we pass it in to the set constructor. We will again get a set. Let's look at a string, and we don't have to save it to a variable first. So remember, strings are iterables. You might want to think about how this will, what will happen. Python treats each character as the next item in this iterable. So when we execute this, we will get a set of 6 characters. Again, the order does not matter. And we can even write a phrase over here. Python is a popular programming language. And if we do this, you'll see that there are far less characters in the result than there are in this string, and that's because sets do not duplicate values. So this is a way to deduplicate, or just get rid of all of the repeated characters. So P is repeated multiple times, but it will only appear once in the final set. So the output, again, is just a set of single characters. And you can actually take a set of the range object. So let's just say we're going from, let's just say the first 30 integers, and these don't repeat. So now you have a set of integers. All right, now, lastly is creating an empty set. This is not done with just an open and curly braces. This is what you would probably assume, but this actually creates an empty dictionary. So what's a little bit confusing is in Python is that these curly braces are used both for set creation and dictionary creation. So if I do this, I'm actually creating an empty dictionary. And if I do type of D, it says dict. So we'll learn about this type later on in this module. So this is not a set, even though I just told you a set is created with curly braces. To create an empty set, you have to use the constructor and just call it with nothing inside of it. And we just do that. So that's how you create an empty set. And even if you look at it, it'll say set like this. It will not just show curly braces in the output. All right. So you should know that these constructors, like an empty constructor for a list, creates an empty list. The tuple constructor, called like this, creates an empty tuple. The dict constructor creates an empty dictionary, and so forth. All right, so that is it for creating an empty set and how we use the set constructor.